Rational Team Concert Enterprise Extensions presents CLM Configuration Utility for z/OS, Generating the Configuration, Part 2 of 4.
Once we've selected all of the things that we want to customize, we can then run the Generate option. So here I'll run a G, press Enter, and we have some options here to generate a new configuration or replace an existing one. This is the first one, so we'll generate a new one, and then we'll initialize a new workflow as well. We can give it a name, and you can see now the configuration has been added to the configuration list screen. We'll come back to the other options on the configuration screen after we've had a look at the workflow that's been generated. So the first thing we do is we go to the workflow. And what you see here, the configuration utility has generated a workflow list of things that need to be done by system administrators to configure RTC. They're presented in an order that we believe is the order they should be running. So at the top we see the general admin tasks, followed by the build toolkit, followed by the ISPF gateway, the build agent, ISPF client, the server, and then the Liberty setup, which were the options that we selected to be configured. When we want to run an action, we can use the A option to run the action, and depending on what the workflow item is, it may run a command, it may submit a job, or it may present you with the option to manually copy something into a Palmlib. So for example, in this first example, we'll run the rackf init and we'll action it. It gives us a screen telling us what it's going to do. Press enter and we can see the status has changed to completed. From here we can look at the log, and you can see we've captured the log of the action of the command that we ran. For example, the APF Palmlib, we don't actually update the Palmlib, but when we run the action, we give instructions for the user to do the manual merge of the Palmlib instructions. And once they've done the manual merge, they can manually complete the action themselves. So we can also look at the options. So in the build toolkit, one of the first things we need to do is run the copy jobs, copy certain configuration files, create directories, and we can take a look at that. And you can see here it's a rex exec. Scroll down, it's got all of the configuration parameters specified that were entered by the user through the configuration screens. And then it continues with the actual rex exec to do the work. So again, we'll run an action against this. This one takes a second, it's now completed. Take a look at the log again, and we can see here what it's done. It's created directories and copied files, etc. And so on. This one is copying a file, the start ISPF.shell, to the configuration directory. It'll take a backup of a previous version if it exists as well. Again, completed, take a look at the log, and so on. Similarly for the ISPF gateway, completed. And we can work through the list until we've configured our setup as we wished.
This concludes the demo. Part 3 will cover modifying the created configuration.